about 2023, I discovered a supplement which I thought would help me with all my problems. Because I would stay in home all day, do my homework all day, scroll all day, and I was deep down very, 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 very sad. So I thought I found the perfect solution. I bought vitamin D3. And in turn, everybody else showed me the research, showed me the articles, showed me all the studies among the test subjects, among all the successful results. So I start taking 10,000 IUs a day. 10,000 IUs, which is the equivalent to about 250 mcgs. So I start taking it with water. And within about a 5 to 6 week period, I noticed some differences. I feel a lot better and I feel like I just got out in the sun. But what I didn't realize is what the repercussions of my actions were, which you've probably been making if you've been buying supplements. Firstly, let's talk about why most supplements are absolute BS. You see, because most of the supplements you buy at the grocery store, the pharmacy, or wherever you buy them, the majority of them are terrible. They all have petroleum and they cannot be absorbed by your body. They're complete useless. It's complete useless. It doesn't help with your body. It doesn't help with your health. It doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't do anything good for you. So most supplements are actually terrible. Also, most of the supplements that pharmacies promote and a lot of people promote, the majority of them are just trying to make money. There's a reason the supplement industry has made so much money off of people's suffering. The supplement industry is literally worth, like right now, at the time, $4 billion or even more. That's how much money the supplement industry has profited, because when people see the supplement and it's lose weight and become way healthier, they buy it, even if it's 200, 300, 400, maybe even let alone $10,000. Even if it's so expensive, they'll buy it. But then afterwards they realize most of the ingredients in the supplements are either artificial, they don't do any difference, or they only provide a difference, but for a temporary period of month of time. Because supplements, most of the time, are probably expensive. It's hard to find. And when someone goes out and say, hey, there's this supplement for this issue, of course there's going to be loads and loads and loads of people buying it, because taking a supplement is swallowing a pill and using water. It's a really easy way out. It's a really easy, minuscule way out. And of course, because of this, it doesn't work. Also, the most supplements that people recommend, whether it be vitamin D3, fish oil, the majority of them are packaged in plastic. And plastic has microplastics, which there's been so many studies that show that there's been microplastics causing inflammatory issues and many, 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 many other issues. Not to mention, most of these supplements, they don't even do anything for you. They don't even do anything for you half the time. Most of the supplements that are promoted by the pharmacies, and especially the people online, they do that all to make a quick buck. Because they say, oh, but there's ashwagandha and it helps with cortisol. It's really good for you. Or they'll say, fish oil, it's really good for you. All of these things which you could have just gotten naturally yourself without getting these petroleum-based pills inside your body. You could have gotten all this stuff naturally without harming your body. and all these heavy metals. But instead, you decide to buy a pill. No, fix that. But instead, you decide to buy a pill, which you think will solve everything. Here's the bummer. It doesn't solve anything. It doesn't solve anything. So I want you to avoid spending hundreds of dollars on supplements like I did. Wasting so much of my money going, oh, but there's this supplement, that supplement, that supplement, that supplement. Because you've probably made this mistake as well, and you probably don't realize how much it's affecting you. Wasting all your money on pointless supplements, which have heavy metals, petroleum based, they're packaged in plastic, which directly can harm you. I mean, back then, when 1920s, in the very, 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 very earlier periods, there was no need for supplements. There was no need for crop powders. There was no need for protein powders. There was no need for creatine. There was no need for things like vitamin D3 supplement, that supplement to ensure optimal health. Because back then, they didn't even have any pills, supplements, or any of this. They were outside a bunch, ate red meat, ate a bunch of carbohydrates, lot of fat, and not to mention, they were way, way, way happier than most of the world is now. Because most of the world feels terrible. Most of the world feels terrible and depressed. And they think by taking this one little pill, this one little inanimate object, and inserting it within their mouth is going to solve any issue. It's not going to solve anything. It may provide you with temporary solution. But overall, you're going to keep draining your money on something you could have gotten naturally. Most of the people back in the day, if they didn't need supplements to ensure good health, obesity rates were less common, diabetes rates were less common, disease rates were less common, illness and sickness was less common. Everybody was way happier. Society overall functioned on a better scale. Oh, bro, nah. Not your voice. There's no accent. No accent. Many people are gone by now. They're probably gone by now. But a very, 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 very small portion are even seeing this right now. This exact moment. So with that being said, voice, natural tone, no accent, there's nothing. Just be out in the sun. It's free. The elites can't take it from you. Nobody can take the sun away from you. Literally. It's as simple as stepping outside. Whether it be through a balcony, stepping outside the front door, the back door, backyard, front yard, doesn't matter. Not windows. Literally just exposing yourself to the natural sunlight that exists outside the world. So if you need to open the door and stand out in the sun. Granted, you might get tanned, but you're not going to get sunburned. As long as you're not eating a terrible, terrible, terrible diet full of soy and seed oils, you're not going to get sunburned. Literally, if you just remove soy and seed oils, there's no need for sunscreen. No need for sunblock. You remove sunblock and sunscreen, and you just incorporate a diet that excludes seed oils and soy. You will not get sunburn. You will not get sunburn. I've tried it myself, being out in super, super, super hot sun. And I've literally never, ever, 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 after incorporating this, got sunburn. I'm tanned, but I don't get sunburn. So just remember, remove sunblock and, no, screw that. So just remove sunblock and sunscreen. There's a bunch of weird ingredients if you take a look at the back of the tube. If you just read all the ingredients, half of them you probably couldn't even read, one, and two, if you looked it up, majority of the time there's weird chemicals, weird additives, and weird ingredients that are added to sunblock and sunscreen. So just fix your diet. Remove soy, remove seed oils, and you won't get sunburn. How do you use the sun to optimize your health? Well, ideally, this is something you want to do. You want to be outside, where you're exposed to the natural sun during sunrise, when the sun's coming up, and sunset. Now, when it comes to sunrise, overall, depending on your time, that might be 5 or 6 a.m. Just get up early if you have to. Just get outside. Will it be on your balcony or front yard or backyard? And just breathe the natural air and look at the sun. Sun gazing isn't actually bad for you. There's this misconception that staring into the sun will damage your retinas when you get older, and you'll start losing your vision and eyesight, and you're gonna start deteriorating your eyesight. There's a magnitude and multitude of many old people who still look at the sun and have better eyesight than everybody here. No. This is a lie, because many old people probably still stare into the sun and they still have good eyesight. So if you think sunlight's gonna harm your eyes, trust me, it's not gonna harm your eyes. You really wanna know why you should go out in the sun? Well, one, it improves your health, but second, it improves your mood. Because it changes the mitochondrial function of the body. I don't wanna sound like a nerd. It changes the mitochondrial system of the body, basically, and it makes you feel happy. Because you notice when you step out in the sun, you're very happy, whether you'd be chatting up with your friends, or just enjoying the sunlight, or just enjoying the sunrise. Because the sun is very, very, very beautiful. Even for the countries and states where it's not as visible, but still, there's a lot of solar stuff going on. So even if it's really cloudy, really rainy, or you're somewhere in like the UK where there's not that much sun, it's still really good for you to get outside because UV rays still go and penetrate the clouds and come down to the ground and the earth. So even if it's super cloudy, just go outside. You still get UV ray exposure. Now that being said, screw that. Now that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Other than that, welcome to the Brotherhood.